Charlie, and I'm coming to you today from my locals community with your daily dose of business inspiration. Come on over and join me at askcharlyleetham.locals.com. Follow along or become a supporter for $2 US per month to join in the conversations. Now, that $2 gives you the ability to interact with my posts, add your own comments, etc., etc., etc. It also helps me to keep creating content like this that I hope you find is useful. Now, let's get on to our daily dose of business inspiration. This is a slightly different change of pace. I was just looking for some topics to talk about, and this one's been sitting in my list for a little while. So I thought I'd hit it today. What I'm going to say is you never know what's going on in someone else's life. I'm going to preface it with that. The reason I'm going to preface it with that is there have been times when I've called someone or I've met up with someone or I've gone through a checkout or, I've had to call a help desk and the person on the other end has not been doing all that great. It can often get quite adversarial, in fact, and there are some help desks. Not going to call out any of the carriers in Australia, but most of them that you ring, and it's pretty horrendous trying to get through. The thing that I have to keep in mind, and I fail at it as often as I succeed, is I never know what's going on in their lives. So they may be coming across to me as being a bit short. They may be coming across to me as being a bit obnoxious and difficult. And sometimes it's really helpful just to take a breath, let it out, and say, look, I know that this is difficult, or I know I'm asking a lot here, but I need to get this problem fixed. I'm not blaming you. I'm not trying to take this out on you. You're the person that unfortunately has got to deal with this cranky old woman now. But we need to get this fixed. If you aren't the right person to fix it, perhaps you could put me through to your supervisor. Now, unfortunately, in a lot of cases, these poor people, when you're on the phone to them, say, we're not allowed to do that. Well, they don't say that. They say, oh, no, I'm sorry, I can't do that because it's not, they get in trouble for doing it. I've got a few friends who've worked on help desks and it's horrendous. It's pretty bad. And yeah, that's when that's when it gets a little bit more stressy. But as long as you can bear in mind that you never know what's going on in someone else's life, you may just come across someone in the street and maybe they walk in front of you and trip you up, or maybe I'm tiny. People walk over me in shopping centres all the time. They just don't see me. Don't know how, but they just don't see me. Uh, and I could arc up. I could get really, really cranky and say, "Hey, watch where you're going." Or 9 times out of 10, they'll say, "Hey, I'm really sorry about that," and I'll give them a smile and say, "Hey, no worries, mate. It's not a problem. You okay? How's it going?" And you can just see them react to that or respond to that. They relax. They're like, "Oh, thanks so much. It's really good. I'm really sorry I ran over you. It's not a problem. We're good." So take a breath. Think about the fact that someone else is having a bad day as well. You might be having a bad day. They might be having a bad day, and you never know in what's going on. So just bear that in mind. Anyway, that was a weird one for today. Did you like it? Would you like to hear more about those sorts of things? Leave some comments below and let me know what you think. If you're listening to this on a place where you can leave some reviews, please leave reviews. I do like 5 stars. Otherwise, remember to like and subscribe and ring the notification bell so that you find out when I drop more like this. Talk to you tomorrow.